Hello YouTube, this is a review of the Comcast cable box. I apologize for the lighting here. I've kind of moved my lighting around a little bit. Anyway, there we go. Anyway, this is Comcast. This is their Slim Edition. This is an excellent box. I am very pleased with these boxes. This is definitely probably one of the best cable boxes I've seen yet. By far, it definitely outnumbers DirecTV, Dish Network, all of them. I have not seen any of them with a box that is as small as this one. It is definitely recommended to upgrade to. Now, those of you that have these cable boxes, or any of Comcast digital cable boxes, this video might help you too. Hoping it'll help everybody, but I know a lot of people are afraid to get these boxes because they're afraid you're not going to know how to use them, or afraid they're not going to be able to watch TV because they can't figure them out, or afraid they're not going to get what they pay for, or afraid they're going to pay a bunch of money for one. But I'm here to tell you, I've had Comcast now for a couple years, and my parents have had them for probably, I'm going to say, it had them since it was back when Insight had a lot of them. I don't know if a lot of you remember Insight Communications, but they're still around, but they're mostly states like Kentucky and I think Indiana. There's like 3 different states. But anyway, this is the Comcast here. This is a very simple box. It's basically got 4 lights on it. It's got power, remote, HD, and data. The power light only comes on if like the box is turned on, so it's real simple. The remote basically just responds to the remote. It's like a orangish yellow light, so it's really not anything big. The HD lights up. It's a little bit bigger than the rest of the lights, so it stands out a little bit, but it's blue, and it comes on when you tune to an HD channel, or if you're watching an HD program on the on-demand. Now the data comes on if you have a message, or if there's it might come on if there's a program guide update, but I'm not totally sure on that because most of those they do overnight, so I know most of us aren't awake to see that, so I'm not totally sure on that. However, on these boxes, I will say on the left side there's a little compartment here, and usually there's a sticker on them, and that's where your cable card's at, so I wouldn't mess with that. Now on this it does have an Ethernet, a 1394, and it has a USB down here. I would not mess with those. Those are not, so far they do not use them. Now sometimes they do use this IR port down here, so that one you might watch. I know some areas use that, but it's just kind of various areas. Now they do have some barcodes on the back. There is a little bit of a setup. I mean, there's no setup fees or nothing like that. But most people are actually paying for these boxes and don't even have them, because it actually comes free with your service. Your service comes with one free cable, digital cable box. Now the digital adapters don't count as that. It's only these boxes, and then there's the HD DVRs. Now everything's the same on them. It's just the HD DVRs are a little bit bigger, and they got a clock display and all that on. They're a little bit fancier. But basically, this is their Slim Edition. Now also on this, you have composite component. There's a HDMI, so you can get 720, or you can get 10, pretty much any resolution you want. And then it has the composite jacks. It does. I will add one thing on their HD DVRs. They do have both coax plugs, but on this particular box, they did away with the coax going to the TV, and the reason why was because you could achieve a lot better picture with the composite cables. And so they removed that jack, making more room on the box, allowing for all the other plugs. But the box does work with it. I'm going to plug this in here so we can kind of view everything. Now I'll go through the TV part of it. Let me find my remote. This is the remote for the box, so it's the same for pretty much any Comcast box. Might be a different color, but it's the same remote. This is picture-in-picture down here. You got your kind of arrow buttons. Oop. It does have an on-demand button there. This is all on, so it turns every device. It'll control 3 devices: auxiliary, which is audio, TV, and then the cable box. But anyway, also when you press the device you want, it lights up. I don't know if you can kind of see that very well. Now if I go on here, for instance, go to the menu, it shows your picture of your channel in the corner. It says Xfinity, which is, Comcast Xfinity. And then there's on-demand TV listings by channel, search, setup, help, messages, parental control, interactive TV, which is also known as ITV, and Comcast Central. And then in the setup, there's guide setup, cable box setup, audio setup. There's even guide colors. I mean, you can change your guide color and stuff like that. Now, the DVRs, this ain't available in all areas, but they do have some new. Well, actually, I take that back. It is now. But they've added some new features to the guide where you can change, you can access your DVR from an iPod or an iPod Touch or an iPhone or even an iPad. So there's definitely some new features. The help feature takes you to some different things and messages. If your data light's on, then you hit messages. But other than that, it tells me I ain't got no messages, so there's nothing there. Now, the on-demand, I'll go to that. It usually takes a moment to come up. But then it says top picks, movies, HD on-demand, TV entertainment, kids. Now, the premium channels cost extra. There's all HD on-demand, there's stuff in there, but there's free movies. Anything in the kids is pretty much free except for the premium movies. The TV series does cost. And there is a 3D section, but there's not much there. I mean, most people, and those you got to buy. So, which 3D is available on any of the boxes. I know a lot of people don't have 3D. So, and then there are save programs, Searchlight, the Cutting Edge, and this might be different for other areas. There's top picks. So, I mean, there are free stuff on here. Another thing you can do, when you hit the guide button, this is the actual TV guide. And you can scroll through anything, and you can always type in a channel. Like if you want, like if I go 600, it shows me all, all the channels in the 600s. So I can scroll down through them, and I can go as far as I want. I can go through the entire guide that way. Go through it pretty much any way I want. And then. But this is pretty much how it works. This concludes our review of the Comcast cable box. Thank you.